to the fourth episode of the Horizon Leeds YouTube channel. I'm Megan, venue manager here at Horizon, and today we are talking about delegate wellbeing. So as I've said in my previous videos and the blogs that I write, the delegate is the most important part of an event, because without a delegate, there is no event. So today we want to look at how you can ensure you're getting the best out of your delegates. So you're looking at productivity. So whether that be they are coming to look at doing helping you with company strategy, or whether they are a service user and you want to find out about what they think of the product that they are using or the service that they're accessing, or even if they're coming to do training, whether that be first aid, safeguarding, social media training, it's really important that they are pumped, ready to listen to the content that you are presenting to them. So here today I'm just going to talk about a couple of different things that we've done that we get really good feedback on here at Horizon, that really help the delegates to get engaged with their event. So the first thing that we're going to look at is refreshments. Now it's quite funny because we have a lot of clients who come to us and say, I've got some brilliant feedback for you because I've presented this fantastic feedback questionnaire and the only thing that the clients have talked about is the flipping food. And it's true, it's the most important thing to a lot of the delegates, because at the end of the day they've got to feel comfortable, they've got to have full tummies and be happy, and if they are, they're going to be more productive. So we've done a couple of really basic things here at Horizon to support that. The first being, gone are the days of the flasks, the cold, lukewarm coffee flask. No more, please, no more. Now we are looking at unlimited refreshments throughout the day, whether that be a caffeinated coffee in the morning, nice fresh to bean, or a chamomile tea in the afternoon, just as the day is winding down. It's really important that it's unlimited. They can go up whenever they want and they can access the refreshments. The same with sparkling still water, filling it up, keeping it cool throughout the day, especially on days like today. So that's the first thing. The next thing is, we are owned by NHS Confederation, so we are really our key messages is around well-being, and we want to make sure that the menus that we're offering, we've worked really hard with Catering Yorkshire to make sure the menus that we're offering cater for lots of different dietary requirements. But also, they don't all need to be healthy. You need to have that little bit of a sweet tooth option there. So things like having the biscuits out throughout the day for people to pick in the afternoon if they need that little bit of a sweet hit, but also having fruit options. And again, with the menus, we've looked at making sure they're inclusive. So we were getting to the point where it's really important to people these days. It's really a trendy thing at the moment to look and think about the things that you're putting in your body. But with that is a lot of new dietary requirements. And what we were finding is that we were having lists and lists of different things. And these poor people were having to have their name on their plates. They knew which one they were getting to make sure they were getting the right food. So what we've decided to do is make an inclusive menu. So all of our menus now, they cover the basics, so meat, vegetarian, halal, gluten-free and vegan. So that means that unless you've got an intolerance, which we totally understand we need to plate separate, but if it's a general dietary requirement, then the normal menu caters for you, and it makes the delegates feel a lot more included. So that's one thing we've done. That covers food in general. And then the other thing that we're looking at is when we go into the room. So there can be a lot of content during a conference day, especially if it's a 9 to 5. And sometimes that content is quite nitty-gritty and in depth. So we need to make sure that the delegates are concentrating on that. So there's a couple of things that we've looked at. The first one is really, really simple, is the paper that we use. So when we clear up after an event, some of the artwork that we see on this paper is incredible. So we've decided to go with spotted paper, so they actually can doodle as they go, and we found that really helps concentration. There's lots of research around doodling and concentration. And what we've also done on the back, again, following on from the well-being, is we've created a dot-to-dot. I've just done it very briefly here. I'm not an artist by any stretch of the imagination. But also we've had the well-being message. So here it says, limit your daily caffeine intake to 400 milligram. That's 4 cups. And then it says inside, by choosing a herbal tea or cup of fresh bean to cup decaffeinated coffee. So again, we've got a couple of different ones that are looking at different well-being things, whether that be eating a piece of fruit or the amount of water you should be drinking per day. But it's just getting that little bit of a well-being message across throughout the event. That's one thing. And then another thing that we've done is brain toys. So again, lots of research, and I've done a blog on Spotlight on Inspire, which looks at this. There's lots of research that shows brain toys, so sensory toys, how they can support and help focus, so focus the mind and keep the mind calm. So in Inspire we have these fantastic little bags, and inside there's lots of different brain toys, fiddly toys, so people can use during the training sessions, but we can also put these in the conferencing spaces as well, in the plenary rooms, if that's something that you think might work for your delegates. And it does get some really, really good feedback, and it means that you're not having to bring lots of things in, they're already here at Horizon. And the last two things I want to speak to you about was fitness. So a lot of people are now thinking about how they can actually, they've looked at the food, but how we can get exercise into our events. So again, here 9 to 5, you might be stuck inside a conferencing space all day. So how about thinking about setting up a lunch walk? We're literally right next to the river, lovely and flat, really lovely area to walk along. So the idea is have your lunch for half an hour, and then after that, a couple of people can lead walks for the delegates, and they're going to have a wander along the river, come back, and then they've got the mind in the best place, ready for the afternoon and taking in that content. And something else which is a step further, which we are looking at, and we have done for a couple of our clients, and we can facilitate, not me personally, but we can facilitate, is yoga. So obviously have your lunch after the yoga session, do the yoga session first, but do a bit of a half an hour yoga session and half an hour lunch afterwards. Delegates can choose to do it, they don't have to, they could do a walk instead, but again, it's just getting them in the right frame of mind for the afternoon, so they're feeling pumped and ready, and you don't have that lull. So there's just some really, really simple tips on how to get the most out of your delegates via the well-being and thinking about what your delegates need and want from your event. So if you've got any questions, or you've got any little hints for me, any other things that you're doing that we could maybe get involved with here at Horizon, please drop me a line, give me a shout. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Thanks, bye!